Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Jane. So I was getting this download the other day, and I saw a dead crow, which is the end of a cycle. And then I saw like a pheasant run across in front of me. And when I did some research on it, it talks about your ambitions, your desires, and how those are on the verge of becoming a reality. About some kind of success that is coming towards you. It's about self expressing, and how to celebrate yourself, and about being in joy. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So they had me, I've been studying astrology this winter. So they had me pull out these, and when this is how they flipped out. So we have the North Node, we have the 11th house, and we have Sagittarius. So it doesn't mean you're Sagittarius. It just means that this is the energy that they want me to read in the cards today. So the 11th house is ruled by Aquarius. And that's like a higher version of yourself, basically. And the Sagittarius is about, the 11th house also is about visions for the future of community and friendship. Now, it also is, with the Sagittarius, they are that sign. Like I said before, it doesn't mean you're that sign. You could have like some kind of placement in that sign, but for this sign, they just want me to express what the energy of a Sagittarius is like. So you could be somebody that you struggle staying in one place. You find schedules mundane and routines are boring. You could be like always on the go, a very active person. And you could be like a bit of a risk taker. And the other thing is too is it's about expressive. You're expressive, instinctive, passionate. You're persuasive. There's one more too. Oh, and you're very witty. So I was pulling out some decks, and this is and the whole time I kept like, because of the decks that they're having me pull out, I'm thinking, I think this might be like a shaman or somebody that, maybe they don't realize that they're a shaman. And sure enough, when I pulled out this world shaman deck and I was shuffling it to have it ready, it came out on threshold, little wolf right underneath. It came out on threshold, and it came out on Saraganarel. I don't even know how to say that. Well, anyway, she is actually, or he is, I guess it doesn't matter. This is a shaman from Mongolia, basically. And that, I'm just going to read what it says here in the book, because I know I'm just going to mess it up, because I don't really know these cards very well. But threshold is basically like you're in the beginning of starting something new. So the threshold is like, though you're beginning something new, like something old is closing out. And that's why I think I saw that dead crow, because it's about closing a cycle. So somehow you've closed some kind of cycle in your life. And I noticed that like this is round. I noticed this is round. They're showing also the moon here. So, I'm not really sure about the moon. There could be something that you're not seeing, or you're not, it's about your intuition. The moon's all about your intuition too. So, and it did say like Sagittarius is all about instincts. Now the North Node is somebody that is, that has left, their like wounds and sadness and stuff like that behind. Like they've healed a lot of that, and they've moved into a higher. So this means belonging, but it talks about how she is an American shaman of Mongolian descent. That's what it is. And she returns to her homeland as an adult to answer her shamanic calling. So I'm not saying you're from Mongolia, but I mean, maybe, like in a different lifetime, maybe you studied shamanism in Mongolia for all I know, right? But I believe that you're some type of shaman here. And it says here for this card, when we encounter this card in the oracle, we must ask ourselves to whom or what we belong. Which places and people do we desire, toward which we do tend to return? Belonging is being in things, building your home, in the heart, and knowing that distant countries and cultures can coexist in our dream. And you'll notice that it says here that she was an American shaman from a Mongolian descent. So you could be somebody that is from a different culture. See here. Oh, look at that. And they even have the raven. Maybe it was a raven I saw that was dead. That's about rebirth too. Okay. We're not going to take any more of these cards. She's also a wise woman here. She's very intuitive. See the eye here? Okay. I'm going to take that card too. Okay. So we have threshold came, well, I guess that came out first. Well, I guess it didn't. It came out. Okay. So it does tend to matter in my readings where the cards are placed. So then we have the wolf. And we have the raven. And then this is Maria Sabina. Okay. So they did ask me to bring out, I'll go into these cards in a moment. They wanted me to bring out one of these, and a dragon card. So you might be somebody that resonates with different types of energies, like magical and mystical type beings, only because of the decks that they had me bring out. Plus they had me bring out like the astrology. So I think you're somebody that could really resonate with astrology. And the 11th house is ruled by Aquarius too. So oops, what's going on here? Dropping cards, hold on. That one fell on the floor. It's transformation. Okay, let me see here. Alright, Spirit card you want me to pull it. Avery Matriarch? Okay. I'm pretty sure this card here is about these stones, I believe, are like a sacred ground. And then on the bottom is Merlin the dragon. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I really think you're really... And they want me to pull one of these cards too, to read at the end of the reading. So let's just pull one of these out first so that I can move on here. The wolf is all about family and community. It's all about... they also follow their instincts and their intuition for survival. They're very aware of their surroundings. Okay. I'm pretty sure that raven is about rebirth. I'll have to double check this one. Okay, we're just going to set this right here for now, and I'll read that after. Let me move some of these things out of the way here. Hold on a moment. I just need to do a few things here just to double check, make sure that the raven is will. When the raven appears, it speaks directly to our will, which every time rearranges and determines the limits of our personal universe. Moving these limits is up to us. Also, by having completely changed our finishing the task, at least in appearance. Yeah, it's probably because you're just so, you have like a hard time, like that routine, right? Mm. The raven is the most magical animal of all. It's the first step into your spiritual one. So you could be leaning more toward like shamanism and not even realize it, especially where they had me bring out the astrology dice and an astrology deck here. So I'm not really sure how that relates right at this time. I do need to look up this one though, because I don't know. I don't think I've ever pulled this card in a reading before, and I have no idea. I'll have to look it up in the. Let's see here. Let me look that up real quick. Where are we here? Page 29. Faith. Okay. When encountering this card, it means reestablishing a relationship with faith in the invisible. The hope of healing that comes from a simple, courageous, and devout soul. You know, that makes sense too, because of the intuition here in this wolf. And then this is where, like, it's about the beginning, your beginning journey in spirituality. So that's the unknown, right? The invisible. Same with this card. I mean, you know, like, she's being led by her soul. Like, she didn't, like, just wake up one day. Like, it's your soul calls to you, right? And leads you. Okay. Pull out one of these cards here. Okay, so what card do you want to come out here? So have faith in the invisible. That's what this is about. You know, because the moon also represents something that you can't see, like something that's hidden. You know what I mean? Well, it could be about secrets, or, you know, this could be something that you have within you and you're not even aware. All right. So what do you want here, Spirit? Okay. I'm just going to pull one here. It's on the bottom. Scorpio, investigate. Exactly, investigate. The first house, arrival. Wow, that's your first arrival. That's beautiful. The first house, I believe, is all about self. I'm still studying, so bear with me here. I think it's about your like your how you view yourself. It's the very first house in the. So let me just double check here. Okay, they want me to look it up in this little book here. Okay. Arrival, yeah. So what is it that you want me to read? Here, evaluate how you interact with the world at the beginning of a journey of self-discovery. Yeah, it's about yourself. It's about your self-discovery. Yeah, it's all about yourself. And how you view the world, and how you like your opinions of the world, and also about how the world sees you. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it says take responsibility for how you are perceived as you walk in the door, access what you lead with, and what your mannerisms, appearance, and signals say. Notice if you are led with charm or prickly defenses, with your mind or heart, or whether you are versatile, changing your approach to fit the circumstances. See, if you're somebody that is like on the go, 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 people could misread you very easily. Because, you could just have like in your mind, you just have like a destination. You have this to do, you have that task to do, and you're focused on that. Just like this wolf, how it's like focused on, do you know what I mean? It's not looking this way or that. It's just completely focused on its hunt or finding its pack or whatever. You know what I mean? Okay. So they want me to pull out, and this is a magical dimension deck here. So, I see that there's horses here, and I see that there's 3. Also here with the first house, with the number 39, that also breaks down to a 3. So I was thinking that when I was doing that reading about the 3. So number 3 might be significant somehow for you, because the number 3, that has different meanings, and I'm not sure how that plays out in this reading, because 3 can be like mother, father, child. It can be the Holy Trinity, so the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. It could be like the triangle, like the of self. Yes. Okay. All right. Whoa. That's way too many here. Okay, so contemplation fell out, and I split that on the deck a couple times when I was shuffling too. So silence, releasing, and meditation. I think that's something that you need to probably try to find time for. You might find drumming is something that helps you get into, because like the drumming is also like the heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? See that there's lotus flowers here. There's the stars. Also, like this is like a temple, and I don't remember that temple name. And then you have like this Buddha statue here. And the third eye is lit up as well, just like it is in this wolf. I think you could be going through like a third eye activation of some sort. Okay. Wow. What's going on here? Dreamscape. Okay. There could be something going on in your dreams. Something about your subconscious. And look, hidden. I see how I brought out the word hidden. I was just talking about the moon. That something could be hidden from you. And it could be coming out in your dreams. Inspirational creation, alchemy, magic, innovation. And then we have the duality here. Tests, confront, and negotiation. This is, I think, about your internal, I think you're going through like an internal battle. Because it comes out underneath the raven. And the raven is about the beginning of your spiritual journey. So when you first start your spiritual journey, you do go through a lot of battles. Like you're in your mind, you're like, is this really happening? Is this like my imagination? Like, am I going crazy? Like, it's trying to find that balance within yourself, right? This card also breaks down to a 3. The 48 breaks down to a 3 too. So you have 3 3s on the board here. Look, and then oneness, balance, divine, masculine, calm. You know, you see this indigenous person here, and you know they have like a bear next to them. So you know this really confirms, oh my gosh, and another Buddha statue. This really confirms to me that you come from a lineage of shamans. I mean, but you could be from like, you know, I mean, indigenous people are like all over the world, right? Wow. Okay, let's see what one of these here. And then they asked me to bring out the it's a tarot deck, the animal tarot. So let's just see what is in this here. You know, in that first, you know, see how she's this butterfly here? This is like a metamorphosis that you're going through. Now, I also see this black hat in here. And, is that a crow? I think that's a crow or a raven. That's a raven. And they showed me that raven that started this whole reading. Okay, so you really might resonate with ravens. That's another 3, because that's like the raven here, the raven there, and then they showed me that raven. The black hat, the bear. Wow. All right, Spirit. Oh, jeez, Spirit. Well, the moon. Just talk about the moon. It's the imagination. It's all about the perception. Okay, I split it on the 10 of acorns, which is wands. So it's responsibility and dedication. Wands is it's like a fire sign. And a Sagittarius is also a fire sign. So I think they want you to ignite that fire that lives within all of us. That's your will. You know, you also have this owl here. And owls, they, you know, they're silent too. They, you know, and they have silence here. You know, when they hunt, they're silent. The number 9 is also a completion. Also, you know, they're in the moonlight too, right? Just like this wolf here is traveling in the moonlight. There's something about the moon for you. Okay, is there another card on here? Whoa, see that spin around? Transformation, number 13. You know what? And you'll notice that transformation card came out. It was in the dragon deck. It was that butterfly, and then you get transformation again. It's a transition, a liberation. Wow. Okay. So the moon cycle might have a lot to do with this transformation you're going through. Well, I just split it on 3 of feathers. It came out with, you know, this is a moth, and moths are drawn to the light. Release and recovery. Happiness and abundance here. Okay. Oh, okay. I just split it on star too. All right. So what is it that you want here? Okay. So there's, let's see here what's going on. Okay, so what is it that you need these individuals to know here? Tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment. You know, that came out too on in my pre-download that came out about joy, about finding to be in joy and celebrate yourself. And no word of a lie. Is that a dragon? I think that's a dragon there. Wow. All right. So what do you want for threshold here? Ooh. Oh, okay. There's 2. Shark, take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. Okay. Frying pan, trouble and accusations. Yeah, see, and this is where I was saying earlier with the first house here, like, you could be somebody that just, you're focused and people see you in the wrong light. Like they don't see who you truly are. And you'll see like they have these flames again representing fire. Okay, so I think you could be dealing with some kind of trouble and accusations here that other people that are putting upon you. Okay. Okay. So Raven, what do you want for Raven? This is the beginning of your spirituality here, so let's see here. Rooster. Ha, yeah, not surprised. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. And you have the bird on the bird too, and roosters can be very nasty. So I believe that, and I see how like it's facing this frying pan here. So I think that you're having people or someone, I'm not sure, because if you're going through a spiritual awakening, people are not going to understand you. It's almost like you're speaking a different language than they're speaking. Oh, look on the bottom, angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Now look at that. You just have faith. Look, oh my God, I just see a bird that's imprinted on her clothes there. Wow. Okay. So you're going to have spiritual guidance. You just need to have that faith. Fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. It's an arrival. It doesn't have to be it's a dealings. And that it did talk about, because the 11th house is all about relationships and community, right? So lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. This comes out on the silence, releasing, and meditation. So you might have to hold your tongue. You could be, because you're somebody that self-expresses, you could be somebody that will just clap back very quickly. So I think they're just, show some restraint here, right? Dog, protection from a powerful friend. This is in your dreams, something that's hidden. Protection from a powerful friend. Okay, what do you want for inspiration, creation? The alchemy, the magic. See, the alchemy too is where a cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. That makes sense because, if you carry some of the Sagittarius traits, you wouldn't be happy with routine. You wouldn't be happy, continuing like, those mundane schedules. Like you're probably, what? When your soul starts calling out to you, because it's saying here that you're at the beginning of your spiritual journey and you just need to have faith. Like when you're at the beginning of that, like the world just becomes very insignificant at times. At that casket on the duality. Someone is going out of your life or the end of a situation, just like I was talking about. Like you start going down a different path. People don't understand you anymore. Like, it just, unfortunately, it's just part and parcel. Whoa, that card like flew across the room here. Oh, look at that. It's a tower, solid foundation, success with effort, and it comes out on oneness, and oneness is with becoming one with the universe, with source, with God, however you view it. So it's about the balance, divine masculine and calm. And you have the bear here, and the bears are very powerful spiritual animals. I'm just looking at this tree and it looks like a woman because it looks like it's got boobs and a face to it. You really might resonate with trees as well, like nature in general. And this kind of gives me it kind of gives me like the Arizona, like the city of lights here. So the tower, this is how you can build that solid foundation. It has a shaman in this card too. Okay, do you want one for the moon? Whoa. Shield. You need to defend yourself. Yeah, because the moon, something's hidden. So there's something you need to, you might need to protect yourself with like your aura. Okay, for the transformation, what do you want here for the transformation? This is that transition you're going through. Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Yeah, when you start losing people and situations, it becomes, sometimes you'll try to make yourself smaller to fit in a box that you no longer fit in. I noticed that there's like a lot about fire here because, get the Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. This looks like a fire dragon in this card. There, you have the frying pan here, which is the fire. She has a candle with a flame, and then the lightning creates fires, right? All right. What do you want, Spirit? Okay, so there's something in this card here they want me to read to you, and I don't know what that is. It's usually just a little something or other in it that they want me to pull out. And let's see what kind of dragon this is. There's different types here. The monarch, so I'm assuming it's one of the leaders. Let's see here. I think the card they really wanted out anyway was the transformation one. Why can't I find this one? Oh, here we go. Look at that, I hooked it right to it. That's freaky. I will guide you to discover the best way you can heal. Oh, yeah, because, when you start your spiritual journey, and people start leaving your life or situations, and, yeah, because that's what they were saying. It was the end of a cycle. That's right, from my download. And then it came out the card that you're on the threshold, so it's ending of a cycle to begin a new one. Now, when that happens, there's a lot of healing that has to take place. And you'll notice that it comes right, the casket comes right out under the rooster here. So you could be dealing with an arrogant and boastful person. And it has that house in the back of that rooster too. So I have a feeling that it has to do with the community and your family situation. Okay, so what is it that you want here? I'm not surprised because it's like the dragon comes in with the strength and power to delve deep into your ancestral past and bring healing. And, because it was bringing up about the shamans, and I was saying how, like, you could be being drawn back to your heritage. I mean, you might not even know your heritage. I mean, for all I know, I don't know what you know, but for all I know, this reading could be for somebody that's been adopted and they don't know what their heritage is. So this could be like, you could be like completely out on a limb here, not understanding what the hell's going on because, like the family you were brought up with could be like a very Christian home or a very Mormon type home. And, you don't resonate with what is happening to you now. So it could be causing a lot of these internal issues for you with home and community, right? She usually follows the matriarchal line back through the passage of time. Okay. Okay, so she says here, the time has come to release the chains that bind and the continued pain from your ancestors. Oh, okay, so you might have to do some kind of ancestral releasing here, because it also has the dreamscape. You could be having like dreams of places and people that you don't understand. Okay, so what is it that you want here? So you do not to do you do not need to do this on your own, as it is not and never was your pain to bear. She reassures us that it is safe to explore old family hurts and release them to her. She has shown up today in your reading. Ask her for wisdom to guide you in the best way to heal the past and move forward in your life. I will guide you to discover the best way you can heal and leave the pain of your ancestral past behind. Old family wounds only fester on a deeper level if not acknowledged and released. They serve no purpose on your journey now. And you notice that I put it out on all of these. So you have like the threshold, you have the wolf here, which is community and friends or whatever. It's also about what's been hidden from you. It also comes out on like to alchemize, and again, the word hidden in your subconscious. See, a lot of this stuff we don't even realize because it's in our DNA. It's down deep in our subconscious selves. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so if the Avebury, a monarch, has flown into your awareness today, she wants you to visit an old natural temple. Oh, and they kept bringing up, and I kept pointing out the temples too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because there's like Buddha temples, and then this is like a temple. Oh my gosh, spirit. Okay, so, and so go to an ancient sacred site and connect with the energy in the land there. You know, that's why this card here, I was talking about Arizona and the City of Lights. So, I mean, you might not be able to travel to one of these places, but you can do it energetically, like in a meditation, because they did. Yeah, you're going to have like spiritual guidance and protection from any kind of harm. So you can do this on an energetic level here. So due to her connection, the Avery Henge, she carries incredible ancient energy, that of the old ways, the shamanic healing of the ancestors of England. Oh my God, this card's about the shamanic healing. Wow. Her wisdom isn't as ancient as the land itself. No joke. That's like the Mongolia shamanic people, the same. And then you have like the indigenous shaman here. So you could be a shaman that has been reborn over and over in different lands. Wow, this is amazing. I mean, you might not even realize it, because if you're at the beginning of a spiritual awakening, I mean, you don't know any of this stuff when you start your awakening. It's all you know is like, you're thinking like you're crazy, and people are treating you so, and it's causing all this like strife within your life, within your family, within your friends. Like you don't resonate with people anymore. It's a big upheaval. It really is, right? But these towers, when they bring in these towers, like in the tarot, when a tarot card comes up and it's the tower, that means that your life is just basically crumbling, and, they're taking everybody out of your life. The universe is switching and moving things around, right? Okay. Oh, no joke. This says, dearest you, we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. Spirit, you're stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell you a new story, as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape, and it is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. Spirit. Oh my God. It's normal to feel both push and push back when entering any kind of new relationship. Oh my God. It just makes me laugh. I'm sorry. It's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is it's time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life spirit. In life spirit? Okay. You have made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. We're so proud of you. Oh my God. This is amazing, Spirit. This reading has just been mind-blowing. Wow. I'm so impressed. And I'm so happy for you, right? Oh my God. This is like really going to be a really life-changing journey for you. And don't get me wrong, this is not going to be an easy journey. This is not going to be like skipping through roses. But I mean, if this is the beginning of you've ended a cycle. So there's no going back. There's only going forward at this point. So, have that faith, have the faith in yourself, trust your angels, call them in to help you. Like, because you really do need to defend yourself, because when you start your journey, there are energies that don't want you to find out the truth about yourself. They don't want you to become one with the universe, the oneness here. Okay, Spirit, I'm going to close this reading, and I hope this video finds you well, and good luck on your journey. You can subscribe if you want some more guidance, and hit the like button if you've resonated. And yeah, so bye everyone.